If you clicked on this video, it means that you're currently in a particular phase of your life where you feel lost, worried, anxious, scared. You feel directionless, and I want to start by telling you that you are not alone. So many young people, they go through this phase, and this phase is actually very important because this phase leads you into that phase that shows you what you actually want for yourself and how you can go about it. Recently, I felt that particular way. I felt lost. I felt like I don't even know what I'm doing with my life, which is actually the reason behind this video, because after I felt that way, I had to go on the internet to look for a way to come out of that feeling. There's actually a lot of advice out there on how to stop feeling lost or how to find your purpose generally. Out of everything I saw, one thing that stands out very well is the fact that you cannot even try to find your purpose or find a reason for being without experiencing a lot of things, without having experiences. You have to go out there and try a bunch of stuff before finding what actually fulfills you. Usually we have this feeling of being lost because we want clarity, right? But clarity doesn't come without trying. You need to have life experiences, and that's how clarity begins to unfold. Sometimes you think you want something, and when you actually experience that thing, you find out that it's really not for you. Now, there's a YouTuber, Justin Sung. He, in one of his videos, explained that he had always wanted to be a doctor, and he went to college, he went to medical school, and when he was 25, he got to understand that it wasn't for him. He felt lost even after being a doctor, something he has always wanted. So you actually find your purpose or find what fulfills you by experiencing a lot of things. In the course of searching for all of these things, I was hoping that there would be something that would just speak to me, but there's really no one size fits all. Like, there's nothing that tells you, okay, this is what you should do. But there's one concept that actually stood out to me. It's called Ikigai. Now, it's a Japanese concept that has undergone a lot of Western interpretations. Ikigai means reason for being. The Ikigai is something like a sweet spot between what you love, what the world needs, what you can get paid for, and what you're good at. But the problem is, some of us don't even know what we love. Some of us don't know what we are good at, which is totally fine. It still boils down to what was said at the beginning. You have to have experiences to find out what you love, what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and all of those things. One of the ways you can start practicing newer and better experiences is by stopping bad habits, building discipline. There are so many bad habits that some of us don't even know that we're practicing, like scrolling all day. It's definitely a bad habit, and if you don't know that, you should know now that that's a very bad habit. So when you put away bad habits, you make space for better habits, which helps you build discipline, which helps you build a better way of living. Another thing that helps with this whole concept of finding what you're passionate about or something that fulfills you is your mindset. Your mindset plays a very huge role in whatever you do in life. Self-belief. You need to believe in yourself so much that nothing can make you feel less of yourself. You need to build confidence, you need to be productive, you need to build discipline. So your mindset plays a very huge role in this whole concept of finding something that brings you fulfillment. You need to place yourself in new and better environments. You can't stay in a place and know what you're passionate about or what you love or what you don't love. You need to place yourself in new environments, like networking events, meeting new people, because new people and better people, of course, would give you better opportunities. Placing yourself in new environment doesn't just apply to your physical environment. You can place yourself in new environments mentally. You can learn new things. You can learn new courses, internship, and all of those things. So basically, placing yourself in new environments gives you the ability to even find out new things that you would actually love or new things that you'd be passionate about, which can lead you to finding your Ikigai. Connecting with your inner child is something else that you could do to help you understand yourself and understand what you're passionate about. Which brings us to this thing that I feel like is not talked about a lot: learning to sit with boredom. If you learn to sit with boredom, your brain enters this default mode where the most innovative thinking happens, consolidating of memories and all of those things. Your brain actually does its best work when it's bored. When you allow yourself to be bored, you get to think about things that ordinarily, when you're going about your days, normally you would never ever think of those things. So sometimes learn to sit with boredom. Don't always give into instant gratification. And I'm going to always talk about scrolling, because I know most of us are, myself included, and it's something most of us are guilty of. But I'm starting to practice sitting with boredom. Like, I literally take out 1 hour every day where I sit down and do nothing. That's where great ideas are manufactured. So if you can learn to sit with boredom, maybe take 10 minutes out of every day to just sit down and do nothing. Some people call it meditation. I mean, because that's meditation. If you think about it, you're not just, but if you can do that too, that's better. But the point is, learn to sit with boredom. Another thing you could do that could help you understand what you love is by doing a self-analysis. Ask yourself questions like, what do I want? What am I happy doing? What would I want to do if money was not an object, if money was not involved, if nobody was judging? What are the things that I would love to do? Write about these things and see the answers that your mind would produce. And maybe you can find the things that you're passionate about, the things that you love doing. And just before I go, one other thing I want to include here is that regrets would make you feel so bad. Stop having that feeling of regret. I know most of us feel like we've wasted, some parts or some years of our life. There are so many things we could have done better. But if you feel that way, okay, cool. But what are you going to do about those past years? They are in the past. So if you dwell so much on the past, it blocks your vision from the future. You stop seeing what is ahead because you're focusing so much in the past. So if you feel like you've wasted so many years of your life, this is what I want you to do. Put all your regrets in one box, and we're going to throw that box into the deepest trenches of the ocean, because we don't need them. What we want to do is focus on the future, focus on what would bring us fulfillment, purpose, and all of those things, instead of wasting time regretting on what we could have done better. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps you in finding out what you are passionate about and how to go about this whole thing.